So what exactly is pipe deflection? So pipe deflection is the movement that happens between a press fitting and the piping system while it's getting pressed. So the way I always remembered it, and the easiest way for me to think about it, is a pencil inside of a pair of scissors. So as you squeeze the scissors, the pencil tries to roll up and out. So the same is kind of happening with a press system. When you put a press fitting inside of the jaw and you go to make the connection, there's a tremendous amount of force and energy that is put on that fitting. All of that force is trying to escape the opening in the jaw. So if you have a standard jaw, it is trying to go away from the tool. If you have a ring style jaw for 2.5 to 4 inch, all of that force and energy in the fitting is trying to escape towards the tool. So if we have this pipe nice and straight and level, and I pressed it just like it is with no hangers on it, the piping is going to move all over the place and it's going to end up coming down and it will no longer be level. So how do we control that? So there's a couple different ways, and the two that I utilize the most are the alternating press and the preloading of the pipe. So alternating press, you would just press once for a coupling, for example, you would press one side of the coupling, then you'd go to the other side and press the opposite direction of the first press. So that will force the pipe to push and pull away and back towards the tool, keeping it in line. The other way that I utilize, and this is the one I utilize the most, is the preloading of the pipe. So I mean by that is no matter what angle my tool is on that fitting, as long as I push that pipe towards the opening, it will return back to the tool and be plumb and straight. So if I press this here, so before I pressed, I had that pushed as hard as I could towards the opening and it returned back to the tool. Now it is nice and straight. You can also utilize this to your advantage. I've had boilers where the tappings on the boiler or piping header off of the boiler from the factory are not perfectly straight. So in that scenario, you can utilize and press on the same side of the fitting and actually walk that pipe and get yourself back to a straight level pipe.